Hello everybody, Haku here with my review for Tower of God, Chapter 374, Season 2, Episode 2... Wait, 374, Episode 297. Sorry, thought I got that mixed up there for a second. So this was really, really good, and I gave it a really good score, but I don't have many notes, so this review might be a little on the shorter side. It was mostly combat, so that's to be expected. But let's delve in and discuss this combat-ridden chapter real quick. So starting off at the beginning, I like the stuff that's going on in the past few chapters with this Rak and Kunagro Agnes rivalry, where now Kunagro Agnes, in the midst of the fight, is bragging to Rak about, surely only a human could do this quickly and easily, you're just an alligator, and all of their going back and forth throughout the past two chapters has been great, with them trying to one-up each other with their abilities. Rak's sworn enemy attacks Kiseiya, but BOM saves her by just blasting it with some Shinsu. And BOM looks really awesome here. We get a few good panels of him with not only the thorn being... It looks a little different than usual. Not only is it the red... I don't even know what to call that shape, the normal crystalline shape, but it seems like it has more spikes coming off the back of it. And it also has the blue Shinsu static around it. And now we see the orb is filled with this tumultuous churning red Shinsu, but also a ring of that blue staticky Shinsu around it that looks really, really cool. So BOM looks super cool right now. So BOM saved her, looks awesome. He uses spatial control to push the head of the Shinhui down and basically tell it, bad Shinhui, don't attack people. That's pretty much it. So spatial control I think would actually be a cool ability for BOM here. If he can just use Shinsu pressure to push down on stuff or lift stuff up, I think that that's a good addition to BOM's what he can already do. So I'm cool with that. It all makes sense. We see poor Barrow running away from her sworn enemy, which is a toy that broke her teeth during her childhood. Poor Barrow. Just this scene made me feel a lot for her. We learned that the pink-haired guy is actually a guy, and that his name is Yurure, and he is Irure's sworn enemy and uncle. They seem to both have wind qualities, which is something I guess we could have noticed from, I think it was last arc, where Irure uses Wind Shinsu. So that's really cool that we see another character in their quality. And Irure talks about something like a dream decision, whatever that means. I had brought up earlier that I think Irure might be working for the Eurasia family as kind of a spy to steal whatever it is here. So maybe because they were like, oh, I see if I'm here that means you're thinking about our dream decision. So maybe that's just talking about something dealing with the Eurasia family and something they're trying to do. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe it's the Fonsakal family. Maybe they're trying to take over as the lead faction within the Eurasia family. Who knows? The Fonsakal branch or whatever. Let's see, what else? The sworn enemy, Viol, Kunagro Agnes realizes that he can't use the thorn because he is just a fake. He gets trapped in this ice rink, basically, by Kunagro Agnes because he makes a roof above him with the lighthouse shield, and then as the sworn enemy's trying to run away, he spreads out ice all around him to trap him in. And again, that's cool, and we see that it doesn't just have to be in the spear shape. He can kind of use ice for some other stuff too, which I like, and it makes sense, especially given some stuff that CU says in the blog later on, but we'll get to that. I love Rak is just chewing on rocks, but it looks like stone starts to accumulate or to grow on his hands, and if he's getting stone armor, that's actually a really cool way to use his power, so I think stone armor Rak will be really pretty awesome. Zahard then, cutting way over to that, we haven't seen that in a little bit, Zahard says that thinks, I know about Sachi's plan, how dare they think that they can just walk in a tunnel under me and I won't notice, but it might not matter if he notices or not, because Masheni gets back up, looks really badass, and says, we're gonna continue this, I'm still having fun. Zahard also looks really badass here with his mask partially torn off, and says, I guess I'm gonna have to kill you to keep you down. So that's gonna be really cool. let's talk about the blog post info for a little bit. CU says that the orb basically makes BOM's same techniques he had before even stronger. He said if you've noticed BOM's just using the same stuff, it's just a lot stronger. The characters at this point in the story, CU says, are outstanding and high tier because we've got to that point where we've sifted out a lot of the less strong characters. So basically everyone that we're seeing with BOM's team and the people they're facing are strong. He specifically brings up Kiseiya is pretty high tier among regulars of her class. So if she's still a regular and stuff, we could see her later on be kind of a rival for Kun climbing the tower, if she's still a regular at this same kind of point. And maybe, oh wait, I was gonna say maybe she just recently made it to the Hell Train, but no, this is a sworn enemy. It's not a normal data copy, so she hasn't even been on the Hell Train. She might just be one of the normal people that passed it up. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. CU says that he's considering future forms and features for the orb, so that's good. We already heard from him in previous blog posts that the orb is not in its final form. He mentions that the ice spear is just a prototype stage, it's just a start. It's not really the true manifestation of Kun's ability, and we're going to see the true manifestations of those characters' abilities coming in the future. And he specifically mentions Rack here, so I think that's saying, you know, the shield isn't really the true manifestation of his ability, it was just saying it's best used for defense, and maybe the true manifestation is something like the rock armor. So Kun's true manifestation is probably, I would say, something like him creating those cliffs or that rink, him spreading it onto stuff. That makes more sense for him and his character and his part in the team than the normal spears do. But it's cool that he can use the spear as well as that. He can really use a lot of weapons because we've seen he's trained to fight with the knife/sword too. Either way, he lastly brings up that Machete versus Zahard will be next week, so hype for that. So that's it for the blog info. Some thoughts I had for the chapter. I thought it was really great. The art was really, really good, and the combat was good, and that's basically all it was. That's why it's a little bit shorter. It's mostly just combat. I enjoyed the development for the side characters we got through it. Anytime we can see other characters other than BOM getting some attention, getting some fights in, that's really cool. So I like seeing a little bit of Barrow's past, learning more about the mystery surrounding Irude. It was really big for Barrow and Irude this chapter because they've been following us around in the background with really no development for quite a while now, so it's good to actually take a look at their characters. And just seeing more of side characters in general, seeing more of Rack and Agro-Agnes be developed is good. So yeah, there are a lot of cool fights going on, a lot of new abilities we're seeing, and I feel like we still have a good 3 to 5 chapters where we're still going to be getting these cool new fights and abilities before we sort of dip back down and build up for the next big climax. So we have a lot of cool stuff going on, and I think for the foreseeable future, we're still going to have the same cool stuff going on. Says a score, I'd give it 9 shitty fathers out of 10, honestly, because didn't Barrow say that her dad gave her the toy because she ate too much chocolate and then she broke her teeth on it? What a horrible parent. That's terrible. Poor Barrow. So either way, yeah, I quickly just became so sympathetic for this character. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like it. Comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk with me or more of us there, just ask and I can give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.